Why is measurement important in politics and the economy? When a new nation is formed, one of the first things it changes is its units of measurement. Units may look like simple numbers, but they are a way of creating order. In a small village, people know one another. If something is a little short or a little extra, it can be overlooked. But when villages grow into cities and then into a nation, things become different. How much is it? This question becomes politics. How much is it is not asked only in the marketplace. When we collect taxes, divide land, or build roads and bridges, the same question comes up again. If units are all different, conversions slow down, calculations take longer, and meanings begin to differ. When that happens, responsibility becomes unclear, and local regions find room to add rules that serve their own interests. That is why new governments often push to unify units of measurement. By closing these gaps, corruption can be reduced. The central government must understand the whole country using the same standard. However, units are long-standing customs, so when governments try to change them, resistance follows. Even so, when clear standards are in place, administration and planning can truly take shape. The person who shows this most clearly is Qin Shi Huang. He unified the 6 states by force. But even after the wars ended, unification was not truly complete. Each state used its own coins. Their units of measurement varied. Even the width of their cartwheels was not the same. The same jin, a unit of weight, could mean different weights. The same qi, a unit of length, could mean different lengths. Confusion began as soon as the government tried to collect taxes. So he unified the currency. He abolished the local coins and required everyone to use coins minted by the government. As it became easier to compare prices, trade moved faster and the markets came alive. He did the same with measurement. He created standard measuring tools, distributed them across the country, and made sure they were used properly. Trade became simpler and taxes became more accurate. The central government could understand production and distribution by the same standard, and its control became more precise. Then he went one step further. Qin Shi Huang even unified the distance between the wheels of carts, known as the gauge. Before unification, states deliberately built their carts with wheel widths that differed from those of their neighbors to defend against invasions. At that time, deep ruts were carved into the roads. These grooves held the wheels like rails, allowing carts to travel faster without shaking. When enemy carts crossed the border, their wheels did not fit the grooves and their speed dropped. In a way, the border was protected not by units, but by standards. However, after unification, this system quickly became a problem. If cart widths differed within one country, the roads no longer connected smoothly. When roads did not connect, goods could not move. When goods stopped moving, administration slowed. So he unified the gauge across the country. He rebuilt the road network around the capital to match the new standard. As a result, goods traveled farther and faster, and orders from the central government were delivered quicker. Roads were both transportation routes and the paths through which power moved. A similar example can be found in other countries. People say all roads lead to Rome, but was that really true? The Roman Empire built a vast network of roads centered on Rome. These roads linked border defense and regional rule. Armies marched along them, and goods and information traveled along the same roads. Even today, standards determine the speed of the economy. When standards match, trade flows smoothly. When they do not match, costs increase. In the end, there was one clear reason a state unified its units of measurement. It was to make trade, administration, and governance run by the same standards. Unifying measurement is not only about making daily life more convenient, it's about helping the whole country use the same standards and move by the same calculations. If the sword first brought the country together, rulers and scales made that unity strong.